again. This is the second journal that I wanted to share today. As I said before, she's a tome, hardcover, handmade, hand-painted in the style of Nik the Booksmith. So once again, many thanks Nik. I really love making these books. She's chunky. She has 6 signatures. There's over 220 pages back to front. As I said, hardcover, and it's got this kind of floral vine effect. I've chosen the colour purple and the colours throughout the book. This tome I've called Emily, and it's because it's based on, loosely got references to Wuthering Heights and Emily Bronte. And I thought it was quite apt since it's the 200-year anniversary of Emily Bronte's birth this year, because she was born in 1818. That's right, yes. So anyway, so her measurements are 8 3/4 by 5 3/4, and she's got a curved spine, 2 1/4. She has lots of fluff, charms, beads, and bulldog clip closure. I'll just let you see what I put on here. So there's a lovely little pendant that says love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. And I thought that was really appropriate for Wuthering Heights. There's plenty of room to adjust. There's a little heart that says made with love on this one. Some purple bead. Another charm that says for you. Another little, always makes me think of the angel beads. And a key. So that's quite nice there. I'll just check him in frame. I hope I am, that you saw all of that. So if I go to the first page, the reason I've chosen the purple and the maroons and plums and greens is because it always makes me think of the moors, these colours. I've got a picture in the book that you'll see what I mean. So that's why I chose this paper as the inside cover. So there's a pocket, fabric flower, lace trim, little pearl button, large tag to journal on, and it has a "this book belongs to" place to write at the back. And I just thought that picture went really well with the paper. So I've Mod Podged the front and I've sewn her onto coffee dyed paper. So there's coffee dyed paper throughout and stitching throughout. This is a small book plate and it's 1847 at Wuthering Heights. Thought that fitted there. Pearl trim, and there's some of this coffee, it's a beige, it's a ruffle. I thought looked good there. And it's got some crochet lace as a pocket, and there's the pearls on both sides. And then there's a pocket here. It's pearlised card. I don't know if you can see, that's got a pearlised effect. And I've just die cut the pocket top. Piece of ephemera from the period. It just slips in there. And then this is the Withens, which is the house or the cottage that's associated with Wuthering Heights. I thought that was nice. I've Mod Podged that. Just a piece to put in there. And some information about the farmhouse. It tells you it's been associated with it, with the Bronte novel, and it gives you the date 1964, the Bronte Society. A lot of people still visit the moorlands there. So there's some stamping. The paper that I've used in this is all a heavier paper, and it feels really old because of that, and because of the way it's taken the coffee. It's quite thick. So there's a tag there, decoupage a glassine bag, a journaling card here, a stamped flower there, little pearl on the altar paperclip, And this is just a journaling spot, and I just took the first page of the book and I superimposed it on this picture for the film, because that's my favourite out of all the films that have been done since and the theatre productions that I know of. This was still my favourite with Laurence Olivier and Merrill Oberon, so I thought that made a nice journaling spot there. Music, stamping, lace, crocheted lace. It's an old book, it's a ballad. This, you'll feel this paper's lovely old. So there's some lace here, and this was a tag, double tag, but I've just made it into a belly band. I'll put a postcard there for journaling, some sari ribbon, a little lace flower, pearl trim. I've used a piece of vellum, and I've put a little postcard and stamped memories there at the back. But it's got it stamped on it. I didn't do that one. Dictionary, another glassine bag that I've stamped, and I liked this because it always makes me think of York, this stamp, the walls at York, so I thought it was quite appropriate for the book. A nice size tag and some lace there, and this is actually an envelope, and I've just put a journaling card in there. Plenty of room to write in this. I've put quotes from the book throughout, so there's a quote down here. There's another altered gold paper clip, nice bead. Another copy dyed stamped piece of paper, centre of the signature. And this paper just looks really old, so it flips up. Metal button, some lace, crochet trim, a quote in the book, and it's actually the envelope again. Back of the envelope, and picture of the moors to journal in the back. Dictionary page, ledger. This is just a banner for a tuck spot, a large tag for journaling on. It says memories, and I took this, I thought this was nice to journal on. It's Earnshaw and Linton, so it's the two families from the book. It's their family tree, and it's on copy dyed paper. That's the other side of the double tag. Belly band, specimens of handwriting. Made me think of Kathy in the book. That's the ballad paper, coffee dyed, stamped. Music, coffee dyed, stamped. Got a tuck spot, and it's quite hefty because it's been double layered and it's on cardstock, and I think that's Tsunami Rose. A piece of ephemera, and it's been stitched onto copy dyed paper. This is the back of the first signature. Let's get a Velcro cloth envelope. Thought the colours and the button went nicely with the paper. And it's just some information about after Emily Bronte's death. Her sister issued a special edition of Wuthering Heights, so that gives some background information there. Velcro closure, the trim, Nik's signature, stamping, lace, stamping, another glassine bag, this time just with the fabric flowers, some stickles and some trim. And I thought the colours, it just picked up the colours in that little journaling card nicely. Another glassine bag, some more stamping on it, another tag, and at the back, tuck spot, oops, and another journaling spot. Robin Hood ballad. This is another flip tag, piece of paper that I used, just with some pearl, the sari, and this little tag says forever. Just fits in there. And it's been stained with coffee, that's why it's that colour. And this is just a picture that's associated with the book online, and it's got some writing from Emily Bronte. flips up. Dictionary. Mason jar tuck that says adore, tag, just with an old button. This is the other envelope, another envelope, and I've just put a journaling card in there. The envelopes look as though they've been through the war because they've been coffee dyed. So does the paper. There's another quote, some more lace, another altered paper clip. I think this is from Tsunami Rose. Journaling spot. This is an altered paper clip, a teeny one, holding the envelope closed, and it's got some journaling cards, and it's another big plate, Wuthering Heights. Oops, a daisy. There we go. And this is Bob, whose family actually live here, and his dog. And I just loved this picture, the way his dogs, the sheepdog's just looking at him so adoringly. I had to include that. I'll put that back. And this is just a flip, some crochet trim, and there's two lovebirds and a heart in this one. Stamping, tag, book, the other large envelope, just some crochet trim, and there's pieces of ephemera to write on. This one's been Mod Podged, advert for soap, and another handwriting. And then this is actually attached to the page, so it opens up the way. It's just some card, and it's on a book page, little flower that I've made there, and it's got several pieces of paper for journaling. And when you want to change it, it's easy enough, it slips out. That's one of the reasons why the book's bulky. It has got lots of places to journal in, things that you can remove. Another tuck spot, another index card backed on there, postcard, stamping, another large pocket, and another memories card for journaling. It's quite a deep pocket. And it's got some lace. Nik's signature, lace, pearls. And this picture, it is slightly out of focus, but I really like it. Kathy and the Moors, and I've put a nice little charm at the bottom, and it's a heart. Stamping. And then another pocket, stamping, and there's another quote from the book here. Some more stamping here, and another journaling spot. Belly band, and I just put a little place there that you can put picture or write. That's another piece of the ballad book, and this is an old map, England and Wales. I thought it was appropriate for the time, and I love the colours of that altered clip there. Another one of these little pockets. This one's a glassine bag this time. It's just a tag, some linen, flower, and I've used some of the paper just to put a little spot in there from the inside covers. Some seam binding, dictionary, a doily, another quote from the book, crochet trim, another large tag, pocket here, centre of the signature, doily with some trim, tag, lots of places to write, and I left that there on purpose. It was looking a bit, I thought it was going to tear, and I thought, well, before it does, I'll put some masking tape on it, and I've not tried to hide it because I just like the way it gives it character. I think it blends in really well, and you can write on it. So I've used this one as a pocket. This was just a little journaling card. So it's a double actually, so you can put it in the pocket and you can slip it in behind. So you've got a double tuck there. Good behaviour. Another place if you want to tuck. Bronte Sisters image. Nik's signature. And there's a pocket here and it says Dream. And this is a painting, it says noted at the back, but this was a painting that Emily Bronte did draw. And it's just another piece of ephemera behind there. And that goes in there. And I like how this is, I like ripping the pages so that you can see the stenciling behind and the flower. Music sheet, another large envelope. And this is the picture that I was talking about, and it just shows the colours in the moors. It's lovely. The purples and the greens, and it's really bonny. Tsunami Rose. And it's just a Project Life card that I thought went with the rest of the pages. Some stamping. Paper looks really old. And I've just made a belly band here with a flower. It says Precious, two little heart brads there, journaling card, and it just tucks nicely in there. Another quote, another large journaling tag here. Never wants to come off when you're on camera. There you go. Ledger paper. Another nice place to journal. That's another Tsunami Rose, and I've Mod Podged that too. Stamping. A large piece of ephemera. It's just a receipt, French receipt, but it gives a good space to write on. Envelopes being copy dyed. Stamping. Pocket in the back page. Flower. And then there's this receipt. Piece of ephemera. But when you open her up, she's another notepad. It says stay focused, which made me laugh because I'm not a seamstress and my stitching line just went ooh right off the page. Stay focused, the irony. So there's a tag there from some of the paper from the first signature. I thought that just fitted. And then there's an empty little envelope fits in here. This is a Patricia pocket made with book pages, and there's a little ticket, and that's from Enchanted Caroline and Auntie May's. And I like the idea of that because you can't see that it's actually a little notebook. So this pocket, Nik's signature, places to journal and pictures. Lots of space here, here. And then there's a flip up, flower, some lace, and a nice little journaling card there. Stamping, tag, another envelope, and another piece of ephemera. And that's just a tuck spot, quote here, and that's two doilies, a couple of doilies, and a nice tag. And I've just layered picture with some book pages, stamping. It says treasure, a little bit of linen, and a little burlap flower. Another envelope, and that's the school where the three Bronte sisters were teachers, and that's just a piece of ephemera to write on. Some more stamping. he died. And there's another altered paper clip. This opens out to a flip. That's why the paper clip's there. There's actually a pocket here, which is why the paper clip's there if you want to pop something in there. Gosh, Susan. Sorry. It does work, it's just me. And then there's a place to write, and then there's a tuck spot here, pocket. And I put this little booklet that says memories and notes stitched round. And then in the top there's a little tag. And then there's also a pocket here with a little fold out tag, which is a little hidden spot, and that sits nicely in there. I've left this label blank for your own use. Vintage buttons, some sari ribbon, and it's a, I've just taken this from the internet. It's a copy of a postcard from Leeds, old Leeds, which again I thought was appropriate for the book. And then we're at the last signature, and we have a little heart. Again, different lace, pearl trim, another altered paper clip, large tag. And this one I thought just went nicely with the pink, and it gives you another paper clip to use. Crochet trim, stamping, another tuck spot, pocket, and another stamped label I've put in the stamped tag. Fits in there. Ticket. Stamping. There's lots of places to journal in this one, and I just liked how that looked with the stenciling there. The quote, they forgot everything the minute they were together again. Centre of the signature. This has been Mod Podged, and it just says memories. Paper clip. Lots more paper, stamping again. And this is an envelope I thought went nicely, the colours. And I've just attached it with a gold bulldog clip. And this one's empty for your own use. So that just fits on there. Another quote. And then the last pocket in the book, some lace there. Those lovely colours again, journaling card. A Project Life card that I thought went really well. Just the colours. And I love this last pocket, the colours of these flowers. I hope you can see it. And there's a purple button with the green, some sari ribbon. There's a large pocket, it says today. And I've put a Project Life card in there. And obviously I've put it, although it would have been easier to slide it this way, I've put it this way because then if anything does fall out your journal, it falls into the journal and not out of the journal. So if anybody's wondering why I've made it so awkward, that's the thinking behind it, obviously. And then the last page is a pocket. I've just used some Lindy's sprays, some die cuts, cut out this one, punched it. So there's a Emily Bronte, a quote from Wuthering Heights is in the back. Another one of, one of these little journaling cards in front. And then this Emily Jane Bronte, and that's her. So, I hope you like it. She is chunky, but as I've said, there's lots that you can take out, and she does have a lot of journaling space, I think. I do love the colour of this one, and I will put that back. But once again, thank you for watching. I'd appreciate any comments that you have, and please subscribe if you've enjoyed watching the video. Thank you. Bye.